Hi, Mia. This is Ellen. I'm very happy to see that you have decided to sign up for the course. I apologize for the slight delay in getting this to you. I've been traveling overseas, and so it took about a day plus to arrive in my country. Anyway, let's take a look straight away at your task, at your first task. As you know, and as I can see from your email, you know that students always send their two tasks together. So in future essay corrections, please make sure that you send them both together, okay? So let's take a look at what you've done here. Some people think that schools have to be more entertaining. Okay, that's the essay we're talking about, so let's see what you wrote. Nowadays, methods of teaching in the educational institutions for the young generation are widely discussed. Mainly the debate is around benefits and drawbacks of the game-based learning. Get rid of the here. So it should read like this. Mainly, the debate is around benefits and drawbacks of game-based learning versus traditional ways. This essay will present both views using examples from an MIT University study and the research from UN Academy to demonstrate points and support arguments. Okay. I liked what you wrote. However, there is one considerable problem with it, and it's the fact that you didn't really answer the question. It asks you very directly, which do you agree with? Rather than answer that question in your introduction, you only told us that you're going to present both views. Now, you certainly can present both views in this essay, but you really need to answer this question. And it's definitely to your advantage to answer that in the introduction. Why, you ask? Well, if you look at the band descriptors for task achievement under band 7, you'll see that one of the criteria is present a clear position throughout the essay. Now, your position is whatever your answer to this question is. Throughout means from the beginning to the end. So what they're essentially telling you is make sure that your position is clear from even the introduction, okay? Because when you do it like this, there are a couple of problems. The main problem is that we probably won't know where your position is until the end of the essay, and that's not really how an IELTS essay needs to be structured. Okay, so let's see. It looks like you're kind of on the fence from what I can see here in your conclusion, but you could have said something like that. You could have said that while educational methods that focus on academics have proven to be effective as our lives change, there is clearly a need to introduce entertaining elements as well. So something like that would have been okay. Obviously not quite that because I'm just speaking it, I'm not writing it, so there was a little awkwardness. I apologize, but I think you get the point of how you have to do this. Essentially, it's very similar to what you did in your conclusion, but you would only have to do it with different words. So let's look at your body paragraphs. Firstly, in the modern world, most children perceive new information easily through playing games. This is because currently games are a major part of many young people. Well, not a major part of young people. That doesn't really make sense. But it is a major hobby of young people. That would have worked. So this is because currently games are a major hobby of many young people and they are entertaining. For example, the MIT study showed that subjects which involved computer games were greatly attended, whereas subjects that delivered conventional ways by subjects that were delivered in conventional ways by teachers and books were found to be 45% less attended and not preferred. Okay, so you have to change it. You have to make it passive voice. This indicates that adding entertainment, get rid of part, in the subject made it popular amongst students and boosted their attendance. Okay, so that's fine. I only wanted a better link between these two sentences because in these first two sentences, it's like you were talking about how important games are for students' lives, and then you started talking about this study. So we're missing an important sentence here. You needed to make a better transition saying that, so since it's a major part of their lives, it is believed that they are effective in a school setting as well. Okay, just, bridge this gap between these two ideas, all right? So, on the other hand, it is argued that schools should remain solely academic institutions and be separated from entertainment activities. Okay, now careful here. You're not really supposed to use on the other hand. The reason is because on the other hand can only be used if you have used on the one hand in the previous paragraph. So you can only use the two of them together. If you're only going to use one, then don't use them at all. What you could have done here is you could have used a number of different expressions which shows contrast but doesn't require you to use a pair. So you could have used however, you could have used in contrast, you could have said that being said, that having been said, that said, any one of those would have been okay. Okay? So why don't we try one of those? However, it is argued that schools should remain solely academic institutions and be separated from entertaining activities. This is because children tend to behave uncontrollably while playing games, and this reduced their study efficiency. I would have said reduces because it's all in the present. As UN Academy research suggests, study performance has been reduced up to 30% after adding game activities, IES, to the mathematics subjects of the sixth grade curriculum in the Spain high schools. I would have said in Spanish high schools. It's more natural. Therefore, it is evident that the traditional educational system is still found to be one of the effective ways of study. In conclusion, although strict schooling methods are one of the best proven foundations for gaining knowledge, I would have gotten rid of still. To attract interest and attention of the new generation, entertainment methods should be gradually introduced. Okay. So this is fine. I think you've done a nice job for your first essay. You've used the template quite well. Paragraphing is fine. You certainly covered the topic. Be careful with some of your grammar, with some of your articles. That seemed to be a consistent problem. Using articles in the wrong way. No article. That was a trouble spot. It didn't create any incoherence, but it's still something you need to be aware of and to work on fixing early, okay, while we still have a number of essays ahead of us. I thought that you, like I said, you were on topic. I thought your vocabulary was okay. It was good, but there were a couple of expressions that were a little awkward. I would like to see maybe some higher level vocabulary in order to get to one of those top band scores. But like I said, for a first attempt, it was a nice job. You did a lot of things right. So now let's just work on tweaking and fixing some of those things. Okay, Mia? So I'll be waiting for that second essay, and I look forward to it. Good luck.